I am a God. Everybody says, who does he think he is? I just told you who I thought I was. A God. I just told you. That's who I think I am. Would it have been better if I had a song that said, I am a nigga? Or if I had a song that said, I'm a gangster? Or if I had a song that said, I am a pimp? All those colors and patinas fit better on a person like me, right? But to say you are a God, especially when you got shipped over to the country that you're in and your last name is a slave owner's. How could you say that? How could you have that mentality?
Who am I? Let me show you. What's up? I'm a prophet, I'm a God. Got a problem, put a card. I never been a fraud. Grew up in the pain, no birth by the lake. And I ain't pushing yay, so I'm never looking hard. One love to LA. Now it's time for the bank. All peace in the streets. We all G's, let's see. No more home for a check. If you a boss, way the cost. Is it worth your respect? The US is a set. But they ain't fucking with us, they best hit the deck. West Coast RZA with the stores I deliver. Make your death come quicker than a drone or a trigger. Ain't the one with the juice, but I put this on Pac in the booth, so low is the truth.
All the society is doing is leeching off the ghetto. They use the ghetto for their pain, for their sorrow, for their culture, for their music, for their happiness, for their movies, to talk about boys in the hood. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be another young, I don't want to be 50 years old at a BET We Shall Overcome Achievement Awards. You know what I'm saying? Not me. You know, I want when they see me, they know that every day when I'm breathing, it's for us to go farther. You know, every time I speak, I want the truth to come out.
What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Look me in my eyes. I ain't playing games. I'm for the people. Who you from? Who you love? Huh? Can't serve two masters. God or the devil? Who you ride with?
And Jesus came and sat with them. A crown of light was on his head. And when the silence ended, Casper said, "A master from the royal council of the Silent Brotherhood is here. Let us give praise." And all the priests and masters stood and said, "All hail! What message from the royal council do you bring?" And Jesus said, "My brothers of the Silent Brotherhood, peace on earth, goodwill to men. The problem of the age has been solved. A Son of Man has risen from the dead, has shown that human flesh can be transformed into flesh divine. Before the eyes of men, this flesh in which I come to you was changed with the speed of light from human flesh. And so I am the message that I bring to you. To you I come, the first of all the race, to be transmuted to the image of Allah. What I have done, all men will do, and what I am, all men shall be." But Jesus said no more. In one short breath, he told the story of his mission to the sons of men, and then he disappeared. The Magi said, "Some time ago, we read this promise, now fulfilled, upon the dial plate of heaven. And then we saw this man, who has just demonstrated unto us the power of man to raise from carnal flesh and blood, to flesh of Allah, a babe in Bethlehem. And after many years, he came and sat with us in these same groves. He told the story of his human life. He told the story of his human life, of trials, sore temptation, buffeting, and woes. He pressed along the thorny way of life till he has risen and overthrown the strongest foes of Allah and man. and he is now the only master of the human race, whose flesh has been transmuted into flesh divine. He is the God-man of today. But everyone of earth shall overcome and be like him, Son of Allah. Let me read that one more time. Jesus is the God-man of today. But everyone of earth shall overcome and be like him, the Son of Allah. This is coming from the Holy Quran of the Moorish Holy Temple of Science, also known as the Moorish Science Temple of America. It was brought to us by our divine and universal prophet, Noble Drew Ali, also known as Sheikh Sharif Abdul Ali. I encourage you to read it. Read this information and really understand what's being said. Really think about the fact that Ruth was a Moabite and Jesus was a descendant of Ruth. Jesus was a Moabite. And if we're a Moor and a Moabite, and Jesus is a Moabite, what are we really saying? I'm going to leave you with that. Peace and much love to you.